champions, we laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I'll be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple. Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to Fletcher Field here at Woodland Park in Collinsville. If we're at Woodland Park and we're at Fletcher Field, we must have some baseball action for you today, and that's exactly what we have as we await the start of this game between your Collinsville Kahawks and the Mater Dei Knights. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here on the Kahawk Sports Network, and we welcome you in to the pregame show this afternoon, brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service is served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is where you will find them. You can give them a call for carry-out orders. Call in your order, give them about 10 minutes, and you can drive down there and pick up some yummy food. That number, 618-855-9007. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest with a record of 8-10, and they are guided by their fourth-year head coach, Brett Swipp, who has an overall record of 47-64, although Brett Swipp got ejected from yesterday's game against Edwardsville, so by rule he cannot coach in today's game, so that responsibility will fall onto the shoulders of Chris Fair today. Mater Dei, they come in at 3-12 this year. They are coached by Jared Green. He is into his fourth year as the skipper of the Knights and has a record of 45 wins and 53 losses. Well, the Kahawks have been involved in some real exciting and close ball games as of late. Collinsville snapped a 3-game skid on Friday with a 15-14 10-inning home win over Belleville West. In a 10-10 game after regulation, both teams plated 3 runs in the 8th inning for a 13-13 tie. Neither team could score in the 9th inning. The Maroons plated one in the 10th for a 14-13 lead, but the Kahawks walked it off in the bottom of the 10th on a 2-run single by Blaine Martinez for that 15-14 win. Saturday at Fletcher Field, Collinsville and Alton Marquette were locked in a 1-1 tie before the Explorers scored a run in the top of the 7th for a 2-1 lead. But in the bottom of the 7th, Adam Bovinette smashed a 2-run walk-off home run to give Collinsville a 3-2 win. And yesterday here at Fletcher Field, Collinsville and Edwardsville hooked up in a Southwestern Conference matchup, another tight affair. Both teams scored a run in the fourth, and each team scored 3 runs in the fifth for a 4-4 tie. Edwardsville would add another in the sixth for a 5-4 lead, but this time there was no late inning magic for the Kahawks as the Tigers prevailed 5-4. Mater Dei Knights are kind of struggling this season compared to past years. The Knights started the year by losing their first 3 games. That included a 10-0 loss at Belleville West in their second game of the season. Mater Dei snapped that 3-game skid with back-to-back wins against Vandalia and Farina South Central. The Knights hit the skids again by losing their next 6 games, being shut out twice and allowing double-digit runs in 3 of those 6 losses. The only other win on the year followed that 6-game slide when Mater Dei returned to Breeze and won a slugfest against Hillsboro 11-10. Mater Dei had an 11-6 lead heading into the 7th inning of that game, and the Hilltoppers made it close with a 4-run 7th inning, but the Hilltoppers fell 11-10. The Knights enter this game having lost their last 3 games, including their last one, a 5-2 loss Monday versus Altoff at Whitey Herzog Field. We continue our senior interviews as we move along here in the LC's Pub pregame show, and next up, number 20, Keaton Call, and my conversation with young Mr. Keaton Call will come your way next as the LC's Pub pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're at Fletcher Field today in Woodland Park. Got a little baseball action for you, non-conference style, as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Knights from Mater Dei High School out of Breeze. And joining us now as we continue our senior interviews is number 20, senior Keaton Call, 3-year varsity roster player for your Collinsville Kahawks. All right, man, I usually start off with family, but you guys just got through hearing a speech from former Cardinal Andy Benna, so tell me a little bit about how that went.
It was really good. He talked about his life and his path. He talked about how whenever he went to college, he wasn't like a top guy, and then he progressed and got a lot better and ended up throwing like over 100 miles an hour, led the U.S. in strikeouts, and then got drafted first overall, and talked about his struggle with being selfish and how he got away from that and learned that there's just more to life than himself. Talked about his faith in God and how to put God first and his wife first and then his kids before himself.
Good life lessons there, man. It sounds like a pretty cool talk. All right, so speaking about life, tell me a little bit about your family. I know your sister, so fill in the rest of the blanks.
Yep. My mom works for Wells Fargo, and my dad works for Anheuser-Busch and just recently started umpiring for fun. So yeah, and my sister, she plays varsity soccer and basketball for the Kahawks, and she's played varsity her first 2 years, and she's going to be pretty good. So
yeah, I would happen to agree with that, man. She's going to be one to watch. All right, tell me a little bit about your baseball story. When did you get started in baseball? How old were you, and who got you started?
Well, I'll start how I got started. My parents put me into baseball. I started at the Maryville ball fields with all these guys. That's how I met all of them. I played t-ball there, played coach pitch there, and then eventually was the first 8U Extreme team, which is where most of the guys play now. I don't play there anymore, but I played there for 4 years. So I played machine pitch there, then started playing just kid pitch, and then I ended up leaving Extreme, not for any reason, just besides development, and I went to the St. Louis Pirates, and then I got into high school, and now I'm here. Still play for the Pirates. And
doesn't sound like Pirates just doesn't go along with the word St. Louis, man. That's kind of weird. All right, what's your favorite part about playing baseball, man? You like the defensive side? You like to make those diving catches, those stops, or do you like to be up at the plate and get the base hits and the home runs?
I have to say hitting's the best, but whenever you're not hitting well, so you're either hitting really good, and when you're hitting good, that's the most fun part. But hitting so up and down, I'd probably say that fielding is probably one of my favorite things. It's just so you have to be in the game. Specifically, playing first base is my favorite because you have to be in the game, know what's going on every time, and you always have to be ready. And at first base, you get the ball a ton, so that's one of the most fun things to me. So,
all right, let's get to know you a little bit more. This is the favorite things category. Your favorite sweet snack?
I'm not a huge chocolate guy, so I'm gonna go with Skittles. I like the candy side a little bit more.
Stop at the rainbow, man. Favorite salty snack?
I like classic potato chips. They're pretty good.
Nothing wrong with that. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Which one of those is your favorite?
Dinner.
What is for dinner, and who is doing the cooking?
Either my mom or my dad. My dad doesn't do it as much, but when he does, it's pretty good. And my mom does it most of the time. But my favorite thing is probably, it's a tough one. Probably whenever she makes rice, chicken, and queso. That's really good. I like Mexican food. That's so good, yeah.
Can't go wrong with Mexican food. All right, music time, man. What is your favorite type of music?
I like listening to rap and country, primarily rap, but whenever I'm around my family, country's on all the time, and when I'm around my friends, that's on a lot too, so those are my two favorite things. But by myself is more rap, though.
All right, you have a favorite musical group or artist?
My favorite, well, I'll do a country artist and a rapper. My favorite rapper is Lil Durk. He's not many people's favorites, but he's mine. And then my favorite country artist is Bailey Zimmerman. Just recently went to his concert. Really good.
All right, cool. Talk to me about any other sports. Do you play any other sports? And if you don't, which sport would you just love to play?
When I was younger, my first sport I ever played, I fell in love with was hockey. And I played that until I was around 10 years old. And then I played for the Ice Hawks, and then the rink collapsed. Got to play at Enterprise Center for a couple of years, where I guess it was Scott Trade at that point. and then that just got too much, so I quit and went along with baseball, and then I ended up playing in 8th grade again, and then I quit it again because injury prone and stuff like that. Make sure I could play baseball.
All right, man. Let's talk about a little bit of school stuff. What is your favorite class in high school?
I like world geography with Miss Lindauer. It's probably been my favorite class. She's a super fun teacher, and I like the way she teaches.
All right, least favorite class?
I don't really like English. It's gotten better, but when I was younger, English was always the subject that I always dreaded going to. So.
All right, how about your future, man? What does your future hold when you graduate next month? What are you doing next?
I'm going to McKendree University to play baseball, and I'm undecided on what I want to study, but that's the plan for now. I'll find out what I want to study when I get there, I guess.
All right, man, shout out time. Who out there would you like to say hi to?
My mom and my sister. My mom, my dad, and my sister. My parents, my sister.
Thanks for the visit, Keaton Call. Good luck, man.
Thanks.
That is Keaton Call, number 20 in your program. 3-year senior for your Collinsville Kahawks. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show, and when we come back, we'll throw some starting lineups your way for both Mater Dei and Collinsville. All that and more coming up on the Kahawk Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahawk Sports Network and KahawkSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Fletcher Field at the Woodland Park here in Collinsville. We're almost set for this baseball game between Mater Dei and your Collinsville Kahawks. And here are your starters. We'll begin with Mater Dei. They are up to the plate first here. In the top of the first, they'll lead things off with Avery Strader. He'll bat first and play shortstop. Batting second and playing right field is Johnny Hilmus. Will Harris will bat third and play third. In the cleanup spot is Gabe Schlimmy. Okay, I'll get this right. Schlimmy. It's hard to say. Schlimmy playing left field and batting fourth. Aiden Tanyas is behind the plate doing the catching and batting fifth. Batting sixth is Garrick Winkler playing first base. Trey Winkler batting seventh and playing center field. The DH today for the Knights is Jack Reynolds. He'll bat eighth, and batting ninth is Carson Dories, who is playing second base. And Jack Reynolds, the DH, will be batting for the pitcher, Chase Zerlini. Collinsville Kahawks, their roster and their starting lineup looks like this. Darren Pennell leads things off today, and he'll play second base. Carter Harrington batting second and playing third base. And the infielders almost rounded out there with Adam Bovinette batting third and playing first base. Ethan Bagwell is in the cleanup spot. He'll be the DH for the day. Keaton Call, our pregame guest, is in left field batting fifth. Batting sixth is Carson Perrell. He'll hold down duties in right field. Bryce Limp bats seventh and plays center field. Blaine Martinez is the shortstop batting eighth, and Amari Berry is behind the plate doing the catching and batting ninth. And Ethan Bagwell will be the designated hitter for Collinsville starting pitcher Cole McCluskey, who is out on the mound now. And Cole on the year is into his fifth game, but this is his first start. He is 1-0, and in 8 1/3 innings, he has an ERA of 5.04, and Cole has 12 strikeouts to go with 11 walks. And the first pitch swung on, and that is a foul ball off of the bat of the leadoff man for Mater Dei, Avery Strader. And Strader comes in batting .231 and looking for his first RBI on the year. He'll bat in from the right side. Mater Dei here in the white pants and the sky blue jerseys instead of the dark blue that I have them on the screen, but those are their primary colors anyway, the light blue, the dark blue, and the white. And there is a strike called by the home plate umpire, so McCluskey is ahead in the count at 0-2. We'll give you the defensive setup here for Collinsville after this next pitch by Cole McCluskey on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in the nation's midsection. Swinging another foul ball. Defensively for Collinsville, Keaton Call is in left field. Bryce Limp is in center field. Carson Perrell in right field. Around the horn on the infield, Carter Harrington at third. Blaine Martinez at short. Darren Pennell at second. Adam Bovinette is at first base, and Cole McCluskey is pitching to Amari Berry. The righty McCluskey and delivers, and he holds up on that one, does Strader, and takes a ball. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got a little bit of a wind blowing. It's calmed down as the day has gone on. It was really gusty earlier today, but it's calmed down by about probably 10 miles per hour or so. When I got here to the ballpark, it was still a little on the gusty side, but not as much as it was earlier in the day. And there is a swing and a chance for Harrington over at third. Throw is off the line, and that one's going to go back to the fence. And staying at first base is going to be Avery Strader. He'll reach on the air. That'll be charged to Harrington over at third base. So that's how this one gets going, with an error. Collinsville has committed a few of those this year. They have committed 30 errors, and that's good for 3 errors per game. And Johnny Hilmus will step up to the plate now, as we'll have to deal with a runner on first base, Will McCluskey. And McCluskey will have to work from the stretch after just 1 batter in the books here. Strader, by the way, has 1 stolen base. Snap throw down to first base, and back in there with a head-first slide is Strader. Up to the plate now is Johnny Hilmus, and Johnny batting .310 on the year. He has 6 runs batted in, a couple of doubles, and not a lot of home runs in this lineup, only 2 for Mater Dei so far this year. So runner at first. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from McCluskey, swinging a high fly ball. I had to go say something, didn't I? Keaton Cole looks up. That one's gone. As soon as I say they only have 2 home runs this year, Hilmus charges one and hits it over Keaton Cole's head out there in left field, and quickly it is 2-0 in favor of Mater Dei. That'll teach me.
Heading third. Third baseman number 10, Will Harris.
Well, 2 RBI home run will clear the bases real quick. And Mater Dei jumps out front quickly, 2-0. And that'll bring up Will Harris, the third baseman. Harris on the year batting .480. He has one of those previous 2 home runs that I talked about and has 7 runs batted in on the year. Matter of fact, he leads or is tied with young Mr. Winkler in that department with 7 home runs each. That one is in there for a called strike. So McCluskey has to regroup, forget about the home run, and come back and get out of this inning. 2-0 already in favor of the Knights. Next pitch by McCluskey on the way. That one hits him. So McCluskey having a little control issues here. And another runner down at first base. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter. That is Gabe Schlemmy, the left fielder. And Schlemmy batting .217 on the year. He has the other home run before the one that was just hit by Hilmus. So another runner on at first base, still no one out here. And McCluskey started off the leadoff guy, Strader with an 0-2 count. Lost him on an error. That was a costly error committed down there by Carter Harrington. And now the ball bounces into the dirt, and a wild pitch will send Will Harris down to second base. So things aren't starting off too grand here for Collinsville in the top of this inning. Schlemmy, S-C-H-L-I-M-M-E, Schlemmy. McCluskey from the stretch, checks on his runner and brings it home. Swinging a high pop fly. This one is going to stay on the infield. Calling for it is Balvanette, but taking it instead is Darren Pinnell at second base, so there is one away. And that'll bring up Aiden Tanyas, the catcher for Mater Dei. And Tanyas on the year. Forgot to write down his number. Trying to look that up. Well, .276 batter and 7 runs batted in. So we have 3 players with 7 runs batted in for Mater Dei. And now leading that department is Hilmus, because that 2-run home run gave him 8. Nice block there by Amari Berry, as that one was in the dirt as well. Quickly 2-0 to the catcher, Aiden Tanyas. McCluskey looks into Berry for his sign. Still dealing with that runner at second. And McCluskey is going to bluff the throw to second base. As Cole McCluskey tries to get out of this with only the 2 runs scored on the 2-run home run. Off-speed pitch stays high. And it's 3-0. Harris is at second base. He was hit by a pitch. That came right after the 2-run home run. And now McCluskey has to work, trying not to give a free pass. That one's in there for a called strike. 3-1. Tanyas digs back in from the right side. The righty McCluskey ready to go. Checks on his runner and brings it home. Swing and a miss. And let's see if McCluskey can come all the way back from a 3-0 count, as Collinsville already has a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Lots of pitchers used over the last couple of games. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot foul down the third base side. And we'll redo it again. 3-2 the count. Runner at second. 1 out. 2 runs already home here in the top of the first. And McCluskey from the stretch checks on his runner and now will twirl and not throw once again. Logan Odell, I believe, is warming up in the bullpen for Collinsville. Here's another 3-2. And that one misses the mark, and a walk issued to Tanyas. Will put runners on first and second now for Mater Dei. Collinsville would like the double play ball to get out of this inning. They've turned 3 twin killings on the year. Here is Garrick Winkler, the first baseman for the Knights. Winkler comes in batting 170 on the year and also came in with 7 runs batted in. No extra base hits, though. No doubles, triples, or home runs. And Winkler, a steady diet of right-handers here for Mater Dei to start off with. And that one is in there for a called strike. McCluskey has runners to deal with again. And the pitch, this one's high. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. To the Knights' first baseman, Garrick Winkler, Troy Winkler, on deck. McCluskey trying to get out of this first inning jam with only the 2 runs scored. Pitch, swing and a miss. He took a little off of that one, and coming out way out in front was Winkler. McCluskey would love the strikeout here or the double play ball. Checks on his runner. Brings it home, and that one's a called strike on the outside corner, and Winkler goes down looking for out number 2. First strikeout of the afternoon for McCluskey. And now Trey Winkler will come up, and he will be the first left-handed batter that we have seen here this afternoon. Trey Winkler on the year, batting 125. A couple of runs batted in. He's got a runner on first and second. McCluskey looks into Barry, has his sign, and the righty twirls and doesn't throw again. Just trying to keep Harris honest down there at second base because neither Martinez or Pinnell are moving over to try to take a throw. As McCluskey deals again, swinging a chopper. That's going to go to Bovenet, and Bovenet's going to race to the bag in time for the final out. But 2 runs do come across on 1 base hit, and that base hit was a big one, a 2-run home run by Johnny Hilmus. Mater Dei has themselves a 2-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Collinsville will get their first at bat, and we will tell you all about the Kahawks' first time to the plate right after we take a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Back here at Fletcher Field at Woodland Park, bottom of the first inning rolls around. Collinsville comes to the plate for the first time. Darren Pinnell will lead things off, followed by Carter Harrington and Adam Bovenet. If anyone can get on, the cleanup man Ethan Bagwell will have a chance to bat. Defensively for Mater Dei, Gabe Schlemmy is in left field. Trey Winkler in center field. Johnny Hilmus is in right field. Around the infield, Will Harris is at third base. Avery Strader at shortstop. Carson Dories is at second base. Garrick Winkler is at first base. Chase Zerlini is on the hill, and the catcher is Aiden Tunyas. And here comes Darren Pinnell. Pinnell batting .341 on the year. 5 runs batted in for the Kahawk second baseman today. Plays shortstop a lot. And the righty is ready to go, and the first pitch is outside from Zerlini. Zerlini on the year is 1-0 with a 7.44 earned run average. And he has 15 strikeouts to go along with 12 walks on the year. And the next pitch, that stays a little low, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. That'll even things out at 1-1. Cardinals are playing right now out in Oakland, California. And right now in the bottom of the 6th, the Oakland A's have the lead at 6-3. Oakland is trying to not get swept by the Cardinals. Cardinals looking for their first sweep on the young season, but they're going to have to come from behind to do it as the pitch is high to Darren Pinnell. Pinnell going to McKendree after he graduates next month to play some football. 2-1 pitch from Zerlini is on the way. That one's high, 3-1. Collinsville already trailing 2-0, trying to get back into this. We're early, so they got plenty of time, and they'd like to do some damage here in the first inning if they could. Been some exciting games played here the last 3 games. One extra inning game, one almost went into extra innings. And the loss last night to Edwardsville. Edwardsville and Collinsville meeting tomorrow in Edwardsville as Pinnell swings and misses on a off-speed delivery that stayed a little bit outside, so a full count now to Pinnell. And Zerlini looks over his glove, and a slow windup, and he brings it in, and he walks him. So Collinsville will have a base runner. On the free pass to Darren Pinnell, here is Carter Harrington. Harrington comes to the plate with a runner on at first base, and Carter Harrington on the year batting .314. A couple of home runs, 12 runs batted in. He and Ethan Bagwell are tied in the home run department with 2 each. Zerlini now works from the stretch, and he brings it home, and he took a little off of that one. Bottom dropped out, and Harrington was well out in front. Leader in the RBI department for Collinsville is in the on-deck circle, Adam Bovenet. Throw over to first base, and back in there safely is Pinnell. Darren on the year, 7 stolen bases. He's been caught 3 times this year. Collinsville as a team has 34 stolen bases, and they've been caught 8 times. Zerlini from the stretch. He delivers. Popped up on the infield. Infield fly rule will be called. And at shortstop, that one's going to be hauled in by Avery Schrader. So 1 away for Adam Bovenet. And Adam on the year leading the K-Hawks, not only in the RBI category with 19, but also in the batting average department with a .386. On base percentage of .444, and he's slugging .474. Walked it off Saturday afternoon against Alton Marquette in the bottom of the 7th with a 2-run shot. Bovenet, the lefty, takes one outside, ball 1. 312 down the third base line, 310 down the first base line. Power outies are kind of huge, 375 to left center field, 360 to right center field. Swinging a high foul ball that's going to go behind the press box here. 375 to left center field is the deepest part of this ballpark. About 370 to straightaway center field. That's most people's guess. There's no signage out there to let us know. And a 1-1 count to the K-Hawk first baseman, Adam Bovenet. Zerlini from the stretch. Pinnell goes. Swing and a high fly ball. That one's going to get over the head of the right fielder, Johnny Hilmus. And Pinnell, he is going to turn the corner. They're going to wave him home. Safe at second base is Bovenet. And Pinnell will come in and score on an RBI double by Adam Bovenet. Nicely done there. A little hit and run action going on, and Collinsville gets one of those runs back.
Up next for the K-Hawks, designated hitter number 21.
Here is Ethan Bagwell. Bagwell, the Mizzou recruit, for his pitching. He can hit the ball as well, as Bagwell comes in batting .314, couple of home runs, 9 runs batted in, RBI opportunity for the K-Hawk righty. And Zerlini pitches, and that one's high and almost took the arm off of Aiden Tonias back there behind home plate. 1-0 the count. Chris Fair filling in for Brett Swip, who is suspended for this game after getting tossed out of yesterday's game against Edwardsville. Fair is down at the third base coach's box, usually occupied by Coach Swip. Swing and a miss by Bagwell. He ended up swinging through that one with one hand as the left hand came off. He got rid of the glasses. It was the fault of the glasses. 1 ball, 1 strike to count, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first, 2-1 in favor of Mater Dei. Collinsville trying to get back into this one. They did so with a RBI double by Bovenet, who stands down at second base. Trying to get both of those runs back. Bagwell had that one sail over his head. 2-1 the count to Ethan Bagwell with Keaton Call, our pregame guest, waiting in the on-deck circle. Zerlini checks on Bovenet and then throws, and Bovenet back in there safely. Adam on the year has 3 stolen bases. He's been caught twice. Zerlini ready with another pitch. And the 2-1 is on the way to Bagwell. Swinging a foul ball again over the press box here. Back into the parking lot. Hopefully that did not hit Chris Kettler's car. Keller multitasking over here today. He's the PA announcer and the scoreboard operator. We're the only 2 up in the press box. Usually that is not the case. 2-2 the count to Bagwell. Bovenet gets a lead at second base. Zerlini checks on him and brings it home. And Bagwell held up and took ball 3. So a full count to the Kahok designated hitter, Ethan Bagwell. Bottom of the first, so we're just getting started. Beautiful afternoon here. Temperature right around 80 degrees. And a pitch, swinging a shot right to the shortstop, Strader. And he gloves it, and he throws out Bovenet, who wandered just a little bit too far off the bag. So that's the way the inning comes to a close, but Collinsville gets one of those 2 runs back on a RBI double by Adam Bovenet. And we now head to the top of the second inning. Mater Dei still holding on to that lead, but instead of 2-0, it's 2-1. And the top of the second will come your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Back here at Woodland Park, Fletcher Field is where we are located. And my name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here on the Kahok Sports Network on, again, a beautiful afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky. A little bit of a breeze coming out of the west. It has calmed down a lot. Yesterday we had some storms roll through the area that delayed the ball game here against Edwardsville for a little while and delayed the soccer game that I did last night. A bouncer to third, and this time Harrington's throw is true. And out is Trey Winkler. 5-3 on the putout. Didn't have time to tell you that Winkler came in batting 125 with a couple of runs batted in. And that brings up Jack Reynolds, the designated hitter. Reynolds on the year. Oh, excuse me, that was Reynolds who batted, so sorry. 5-3 on that putout. Wrong one. This is Carson Dories. So Reynolds came in batting 222 with a couple of hits, no runs batted in. And Dories, he comes in, not a clue. He's not on my list for some reason or another. Number 9, I go from 7, 8 down to 10. So no idea about Carson Dories unless he was playing in his first game. Couldn't tell you. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Cole McCluskey back to work here in the second inning. And a swing and a foul ball out of play. And now McCluskey ahead in the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Back to the top of the order. Avery Strader waits on deck. As McCluskey looks in for his sign from Amari Berry. He has it, and the 1-2 pitch is on the way. Strike called on the outside corner. Nice off-speed delivery there by McCluskey. That's his second strikeout, both looking. And then back to the top of the order, and Avery Strader, who reached on the air by Blaine Martinez, right ahead of the 2-run home run by the on-deck man, Johnny Helmus. So be aware down there, Carter Harrington. Quickly 2 away. I'm trying to multitask over here too. Misses with the first delivery, does McCluskey. And the next delivery, swinging another shot to Harrington. He gloves it, and the throw this time right on the money, but Bovanet drops it. Boy, oh boy. Can't get the Strader guy out. He has reached on an error twice now here in this early part of the game. Second error committed by Collinsville, and that will bring up Johnny Helmus with another opportunity here. We all know what he did in the last half inning. After an error by Harrington, Helmus planted one over Keaton Call's head out there in left field. That one just popped right out of the glove. Usually Bovanet is pretty sure-handed over there at first base. Strader brought his voodoo dolls with him. Helmus awaits the first offering from McCluskey, and that one is in there for a called strike. So McCluskey has to work from the stretch when he thought he was out of the inning. And a step off. Back over to first base is Avery Strader, excuse me. And McCluskey pitches. Another off-speed pitch. That one stays high. Former St. Louis Cardinal pitcher Andy Bennis was here giving the guys a little pregame speech. I was up here setting up my equipment while all that was going on. 1-1 the count, and a throw over to first base, and back in there safely is Strader. Top of the second, 2 away, 2-1 in favor of Mater Dei. McCluskey ready with the 1-1. Here it comes, swinging a chop down the third base line. That's fair, and that is going to send Strader down to second base. And Helmus has reached on a base hit and a home run, so he is 2 for 2. And the Knights trying to get a little 2-out something going on here. Here is Will Harris, who was hit by a pitch, made it down to second on a wild pitch, and then was stranded in that first inning. Could have been a lot worse than the 2 runs that came across. Collinsville out there in their all-white uniforms today. Purple caps with the big white C on the front. And the pitch to Harris is a little high. Collinsville has the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. Numbers on the fronts and the backs in purple. Numbers on the fronts and the backs of the sky blue Knights jerseys are in white, as that one is over the head of Harris. And they have the word Mater Dei, or the words Mater Dei, written across the tops of their jerseys. In cursive, no less. 2-0 the count to Will Harris, the third baseman. And a throw over to second base, back in there safely, is Strader, as he wandered off the bag just a little bit. A little bit of a quicker throw by McCluskey might have got him, but he had to wait for Martinez to get there. 2-0 the count, though, remains to Will Harris. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Outfielders play pretty much straight away. Swing and a chance for Keaton Call, but that one bounces right in front of him. The throw comes into the infield, and they're going to get the runner hung up between second and third, and he is going to get tagged out trying to go to third base. So the inning does come to a close, but the run will count, and Mater Dei will take a 3-0 lead into the bottom half of the second inning, and that's when Collinsville will come up next. And we'll tell you all about the home half of the second inning right after we get back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Keaton Call leads things off here in the bottom of the second for Collinsville and swings at the first pitch. Tried to hold up, but he couldn't. And strike one to our pregame guest, Mr. Keaton Call. And Keaton on the year batting 176 with 6 runs batted in. Next delivery stays a bit outside. 1-1. Three to one in favor of Mater Dei, as they scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And that 1 run came with 2 outs. Collinsville should have been out of that inning, but a error kept that inning alive, and Mater Dei parlayed that into 1 run. The lefty Keaton Call trying to get on base. And the pitch stays a little high. 3-1 from Chase Zerlini. Z-U-R-L-I-E-N-E, Zerlini. All righty. Ready with the 3-1 to Keaton Call. Here it comes. Inside, he walked him. So the leadoff man is on. And that will bring up Carson Perrell, the right fielder, excuse me. Okay, I'll see if they can get one of those back at least. Carson Perrell on the year, batting 182 with 3 runs batted in. Keaton Call at first base has his lead. Pitch, swinging a high fly ball. That one's got gap written all over it. That one's going to drop down and roll all the way to the wall. Keaton Call on his way to third. He's being waved home. Collinsville does indeed get one of those back. Throw comes into third base, not in time. And safe at third base with an RBI triple is Carson Perrell. And that, my friends, is how you do that. So the walk comes back to hurt Zerlini, and Bryce Limp will step to the plate with a runner just 90 feet away. Still nobody out. And Limp comes in batting 140, looking for his first RBI of the year. And the lefty Limp awaits the righty Zerlini, and the first pitch is a little bit low. Ball 1. Infielders are playing in for the play at the plate. Outfielders have Limp deep and straight away. Zerlini ready with the 1-0. Here it comes. In the dirt, gets behind under the catcher's legs, and coming in without a throw is Carson Perrell. And Collinsville has come all the way back and tied this thing up. Wild pitch or pass ball? Yeah, I would think. Passed ball allows the runner to come in from third base. So now Limp up there with the bases empty and nobody out. And the pitch to Limp is up high, 3-0. So the Kahawks down 2-0. Get one in the first to make it 2-1. 2 more here in the bottom. We are tied 3-3. Zerlini, his next pitch to Limp on the way, and Limp takes it the whole way and takes a strike. Now you're ready, 1-6. That's what everybody says. 3-1 the count to Bryce Limp. And the pitch from Zerlini is on the way. Outside, he walked him too. So 2 walks in the inning, still no one out. Collinsville with another runner at first base. And here is Blaine Martinez, the shortstop, coming to the plate for the first time this afternoon. Blaine batting an even 200 on the year. He has a home run, 6 runs batted in, a couple of doubles as well. Nothing doing in the Mater Dei bullpen as of yet, as Zerlini finds himself in a little bit of trouble here. Pitch comes in and over the head of Martinez all the way back to the screen, and that wild pitch will send Limp down to second base. So a wild pitch and a passed ball here in this inning. And now Mater Dei will call a timeout as head coach Jared Green comes out to talk to his pitcher and his infielders. Meanwhile, Limp from second, and the batter Martinez and the on-deck batter Barry will talk things over with Chris Fair, the acting head coach for the day. Collinsville has a runner on second base, no one out, 1-0 the count to the batter, Blaine Martinez. Mater Dei, 10 times they have been regional champs, but no farther than that. Last regional championship was under Green back in 2022. 7 times Mater Dei has won 20 games or more in a season. The last was in 2019 when that team went 20-10 under then head coach Travis Gebke. Got a little history between these two teams to pass along. Most of it just recent, though. These two teams did not play each other back in the day, as they say. Zerlini works from the stretch, deals with Limp at second base and throws that one into the dirt, 2-0. No one out. Could be a big inning for the Kahawks. Right now, it's up to Blaine Martinez. Zerlini from the stretch, checks on Limp at second, checks on him a second time. And now brings it home. In the dirt once again. A couple of nice blocks that time by Tonyas. Zerlini stares down at the ground, takes a deep breath and brings it home. Squaring around to bunt was Martinez. He pulled the bat back and takes a strike at 3-0, so now it's 3-1. Probably taking all the way, just wanted to fool with the infielders a bit. Zerlini ready with the 3-1 pitch. Limp has his lead from second. Here's the pitch, and that one's high and inside. And back-to-back walks, 3 walks in the inning. Have put runners on first and second here for Collinsville. And Amari Berry, the number 9 hitter in the order, will come up to the plate. And Berry on the year, batting 125 with the 1 single run batted in. Got an opportunity here to add on to that. Zerlini in some trouble. No one out, 2 runners on, and a swing and a foul ball back to the screen as Limp was going from second base. He'll have to retrace his steps and head back from third to second. Late arriving crowd here. We didn't have anybody in the stands there for a little while. Zerlini checks on Limp and twirls and throws. Limp back in there, standing up. Zerlini ready with the 0-1. It's on the way. Strike called. 1-1 to Amari Berry. Mater Dei does have some action going on in their bullpen now. Couldn't tell you who it is. Numbers on the fronts of those jerseys are very small. Too far away for me to see. As the next pitch kind of fools Berry. He jumped out of the way of a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Runners on first and second. No one down here. We're in the bottom of the second, 3-3 game right now. And now Zerlini steps off. Limp down at second. Martinez on at first. Zerlini brings the next pitch home to Amari Berry. That one's in the dirt. Another nice stop by Tonyas. Use your binos and see who's warming up down there in the bullpen. I can't see that small number on the front. 2-2 the count. 2 runners on. No one out. Zerlini, he's ready to go, and here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball down the third base side. We'll do it all over again. Ethan Whelan is warming up down in the Mater Dei bullpen. Zerlini looks in. Has his sign from Tanya's. And from the belt, he checks and pitches. Here's the 2-2. Outside corner, called strike 3. Barry is the first out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Zerlini. And now we go back to the top of the order, and here is Darren Pennell, who walked and scored in the first inning. Scored on an RBI double by Adam Bovenet. So 1 away. Knights look for a double play ball to get out of this inning. Zerlini checks on his runner and checks him again, and now Pennell wants to call a timeout. Pennell ripped the right side of his pants in yesterday's game versus Edwardsville, and he's still wearing the same ones. No time to mend. Zerlini back to work. Here's the pitch to Pennell. Swing and a miss. Cardinals lost. Could not get the sweep. They lose 6-3 to the Oakland Athletics. Last time the Cardinals will visit Oakland Alameda Coliseum. A little high to Pennell. St. Louis Blues play in their season finale tonight. They did not make the playoffs. They got knocked out in Game 80, and tonight is Game 82 at Dallas. So the season will end tonight for the St. Louis Blues. 1-1 the count, 1 out, 2 runners on. Here's the next pitch to Pennell. That one's inside. Well, called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the Kahok second baseman Darren Pennell. Carter Harrington waiting on deck. Limp down at second. Martinez on at first. 1 away, 3-3 game. And the next pitch to Pennell. Swing, and there's a base hit. That one's going to roll into the outfield and cut off by Schlemmy. And Collinsville will take the lead on an RBI single by Darren Pennell. Limp comes in to score. First 3 batters reached base, and all 3 of them have come around to score. Kahok still have runners on at first and second. But the Kahawks now have the lead. Four runs for Collinsville on just 2 hits so far. And here is Carter Harrington, who popped up on the infield. Strader took care of that one, the shortstop for Mater Dei. That ball is in the dirt. Nice block over there by Tonyas. So now Martinez at second base. Pennell is at first base. Still only 1 away. And Collinsville, after being down after the first inning, have come all the way back to take the lead themselves. The 1-0 pitch from Zerlini is on the way. That one stays low as well, 2-0. Wonder how long they're going to stick with Zerlini here. Chase Zerlini pitches and plays the outfield. He's a sophomore. Ethan Whelan, also a sophomore, warms up in the Knights bullpen. Zerlini right now has some work to do. Here comes the 2-0. Up high, 3-0. Beautiful afternoon. Flag down the first base line, kind of laying limp right now, so the wind has really died down as the day has gotten longer. Zerlini ready with the 3-0 pitch. Here it comes. Called a strike. That was a little high, but right down the middle. Carter Harrington looking for something to hit here on a 3-1 count. Zerlini checks on his runner and brings it home. And that one's high and inside. Another walk will load the bases here for Collinsville. Martinez down to third. Pennell down to second. Harrington on at first. And the bases are loaded for Adam Bovenet, who smacked a RBI double in his first at bat when Collinsville scored a run in the first inning. So a chance for Collinsville to bust this open here early. Bovenet from the left side. Infield in for the play at the plate. And Zerlini from the windup now pitches. Inside and low, ball one. Looks like Whelan is done warming up in the bullpen. And I'm guessing Coach Jared Green's going to give Zerlini at least one more batter here. The 1-0 pitch to Bobinet on the way. Swinging a high pop fly. This one might stay in the park, giving chases Tanyes, but it lands right in front of the bleachers. That's right behind the backstop here over by the Kahok dugout. And Christy McCluskey had to be on her toes. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Bobinet. Zerlini, he pitches. Inside and low, ball 2, 2-1. Nowhere to put him. Big gap out in left center field, and that is where Harrington parked it earlier. Or excuse me, Bobinet, I'll get it right. That one's inside and tight, 3-1. So Bobinet in the driver's seat here in the count. 3-1, hitters count. Bases all full of Kahawks. 1 out. Collinsville leads 4-3, looking to add on here. And the pitch on the way. Swinging a high fly ball. That one probably had home run distance on it, but that one, ooh boy, almost hit a car going through the intersection over there on California and the street coming behind us here. But full count to Adam Bobinet. Ethan Bagwell waits on deck. If Ethan can get up, he'll be the number 9 batter here in this second inning for Collinsville. Zerlini pitches, 3-2, up high. He walked him. Bobinet gets an easy RBI. And the 4th walk in the game might be the last walk in the game for Zerlini, as the head coach Jared Green will come out, and we're going to have ourselves a pitching change. Collinsville adds up another one, and it's 5-3 in favor of the Kahawks, and we'll be back after this timeout on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Ethan Whelan is the new pitcher. Hi there. Yeah. A little FaceTime for one of the fans here. Ethan Bagwell will come in to face Ethan Whelan. Whelan on the year with a 420 earned run average. He's 1-1 on the year. And Whelan comes in having 18 strikeouts and 4 walks and a swing and a miss by Bagwell, who lined out hard to Avery Strader, the Knights shortstop. And Bagwell's at bat, and that ended up being a double play as the line out to Strader, and then Bobinet was caught off the bag at second, and the toss over to Dories had him out on the double play. Bases still full of Kahawks here. And the pitch, Bagwell sends one screaming out to left field off of the glove of Shimley and all the way to the fence. And Collinsville is going to get a couple more runs here. And the Kahawks have added on to their lead. And now Collinsville leads by a score of 7-3. And runners still on at second and third.
Left fielder number 20, Keaton Call.
A 2 RBI double by Bagwell. As Martinez and Pinnell come in to score. Well, he already did that anyway. Harrington came in to score, excuse me. Pinnell already came in to score earlier on the walk by 2 Bovenet. And Bovenet and Bagwell still out there on the base paths. As Whelan trotted into the dugout for a second. Not sure what that was all about. And that will bring up Keaton Call, who walked and scored in this inning, as a matter of fact. Foul ball down the first base line. Keaton Call led this inning off with a walk. Came around to score on an RBI triple by Carson Perrell, who waits on deck. 0-1 the count, and the righty Whelan deals. Swinging another foul ball. This is a line drive variety that skips across the road. Bovenet down at third base. He still belongs to Zerlini. And the pitch by Whelan is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now to Keaton Call. Collinsville up 7-3. Still only 1 out in this inning. Runners on second and third, so first base is open, and another foul ball off the bat of Keaton Call, who says he prefers the hitting part of playing instead of the defensive part. But again, he said there's nothing like making a good defensive play. He's looking for something to drive here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, and the pitch. Swinging another foul ball. Call is just getting out in front of all these pitches. Keeps on sending them down the first base side. Count remains 1-2. Whelan from the stretch. He delivers. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. Ethan Whelan, sophomore. He's ready with the 2-2. Here it comes. Outside again, ball 3. Already 4 walks in this inning, all issued by the starting pitcher, Zerlini. Plus, we've had a passed ball and a wild pitch in this inning. And the next pitch from Whelan on the way. Swinging, this one's down fair, off of the ankle of the first baseman, and it goes right from Winkler to Dories. And Dories makes the out, so that one is going to go 3-4-3 on the putout for out number 2, coming in from third base.
Right fielder number 27,
Bovenet.
Perrell.
So a RBI ground out. And Bagwell down to third. And there are 2 away for Carson Perrell, who had an RBI triple in his last plate appearance. That was in this inning. Whelan from the windup, swing and a miss by Perrell. Whelan deals with Bagwell over at third base. 2 away. 8-3 now in favor of Collinsville. And the pitch, off-speed delivery, in there for a called strike. 0-2. 7 runs home here in this inning. The 0-2 pitch on the way, and swinging a roller to the third baseman. Harris, he's up with it and throws for the out. But the damage has been done here in this long second inning as the Kahawks plate 7 runs. And we now head to the top of the third inning. Collinsville enjoying an 8-3 lead. Let's see if they can keep it right there as Cole McCluskey comes back out for another inning worth of work. And we'll be back to tell you all about the third inning when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
Back here at Fletcher Field, Todd Duke is my name. 8-3 in favor of Collinsville. 7 runs came across in that second inning. And Collinsville now with 5 hits to go along with their 8 runs. They stranded their first base runner. And here is Gabe Schlemmy. I'll get that name right one of these days. Schlemmy popped up to Pinnell at second base in his only at bat. As Cole McCluskey goes back to work, swinging a foul ball that was off of the foot of Schlemmy. And then it rolled toward the pitcher's mound, 1-1. One ball, one strike the count to the left fielder, Schlemmy. Off-speed pitch, and that one just misses, 2-1. 8-3, top of the third inning. Next pitch from McCluskey. Swinging a pop fly. This one's going to go out to right field. On the move is Carson Perrell, and he is there for the catch. And there is one away. He had a long way to run, did Perrell.
Catcher number 12, Aiden Tanya.
Here's Aiden Tanez to the plate. Tanez. Swing and a miss. And the next delivery on the way from McCluskey in the dirt. Nice stop there by Amari Berry. The next one gets away. One ball, one strike to count to the Mater Dei Knights catcher, Aiden Tanez. And the pitch from McCluskey is inside, 2-1. Three and one, and the pitch on the way, and it's high and inside, and Tanez walks and will take his spot down at first base. That will bring up Garrett Winkler, first baseman. Struck out looking his first time up, one of 2 strikeouts on the afternoon for McCluskey. One out, runner at first base. Collinsville up by 5, 8-3. We're in the top of the third. McCluskey back to the stretch and brings it home. A partial swing, but the umpire says he went around, and Winkler is in an 0-1 hole to start. Next pitch, also in there. This is a called strike, 0-2. McCluskey checks on his runner, throws over. Back in there safely is Tanyas. Actually, that is a courtesy runner, and Drake Wagner. And the next delivery, a swing and a miss. That one gets away from Barry. He'll throw down to second base. Didn't need to do that. First base was occupied, but that's going to go down as an error. And I guess they're going to let him go. They're going to call out Winkler, though. That'll be 2 outs. But all the way down to third base is the runner on the throwing error by Barry. And that will bring up Trey Winkler. Winkler popped up onto the infield, grounded out to Bovenet, unassisted, down at first base back in the first inning. So 2 away, runner at third. The lefty Winkler awaits the next pitch from McCluskey. It's on the way, and a little bit low. Ball 2. Cole McCluskey ready with the 2-0, and that one's in the dirt. Nice stop there by Barry, and McCluskey having trouble finding the strike zone here to Winkler. Here comes the 3-0, and that one is in there for a called strike, 3-1. Winkler was taking all the way. McCluskey ready with another delivery. Here it comes. Stays high and outside. Second walk issued here in this inning by McCluskey will put runners on the corners. For Jack Reynolds, the designated hitter for Mater Dei. Reynolds grounded out to Carter Harrington, his first time up. And McCluskey delivers, swinging a chance for Pinnell at second base. He waits on it, into the glove and over to first base for the out. No damage done here in the top of the third by Mater Dei. That will send us to the bottom half of the third inning, with Collinsville still leading this one by a score of 8-3, and we're back to tell you about the next Kahok at bat after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that, as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Bryce Lamp will lead things off here in the bottom of the third for Collinsville. Ethan Whelan back on the mound after relieving the starting pitcher Chase Zerlini. And first pitch swinging is Limp, and he'll ground out unassisted to the first baseman Garrett Winkler. So one pitch and one out. Bottom of the order here for Collinsville. That'll bring up Blaine Martinez. And Martinez looks at one, high and tight. Ball one. Martinez walked in his only plate appearance in that 7-run second inning. And now the count even at 1-1. Amari Berry, the number 9 hitter in the order for Collinsville, waits on deck. Whelan deals outside. Called a strike, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the Kahok shortstop, Blaine Martinez. Whelan peers over that glove. He is ready to go, and here comes the 1-2. Outside. Oh, we called that a strike? Wow. That gets a grumble out of the fans here. Man, that's tough. There was Amari Berry, who was a strikeout victim in his only plate appearance. And the only strikeout by Zerlini. As that one is fouled away. Lady Kahok softball team down 12-1 in the 4th inning. And that one is in there for a called strike, so Berry in an 0-2 hole quickly. Whelan with the 0-2. Berry holds up. Boys volleyball in action tonight against Father McGivney. Baseball, softball, and volleyball in action. Soccer has the night off. Swing and a miss, and Amari Berry down on strikes for the second time, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing in that half of the inning for Collinsville, so we will now head to the top of the 4th inning. Your Cahoks, though, enjoying an 8-3 lead, and we're back with a brand new inning right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
Once again, welcome back to Fletcher Field here at Woodland Park. Todd Duke with you. Glad you're with us on a gorgeous afternoon here in the old Midwestern part of the United States of America. And we have a pinch hitter. Or excuse me, no we don't. Yeah, we do. No, we don't. I have a wrong number, that's why. Carson Dorries, I had him written down as number 9 when he's number 2. So I do have a batting average for him. 375. How about that? The number 9 hitter, I think that's why I wrote down 9 instead of the number 2. Dorries a strikeout victim in his only plate appearance in the 2nd inning when Mater Dei tallied a run. And That one is in there as well, so quickly 0-2 to Dories. Back to the top of the order, Avery Strader waits on deck for Mater Dei. And McCluskey pitches in the dirt. Same two schools hook up tomorrow from Kahok Stadium in the world of girls soccer. Zach Roseman and Brett Borm will have that call for you tomorrow night from Kahok Stadium. Here's the 1-2 pitch from McCluskey. That one's in the dirt as well, 2-2. I was due to bring you the game tomorrow in the world of baseball between Collinsville and Edwardsville, but the Edwardsville broadcasting crew, they are doing that game, and there's not enough room in that tiny booth there at the District 7 Sports Complex for two crews and all their equipment, so I'm going to give way for Edwardsville. I will post that link on the Kahok Sports Network Facebook page tomorrow for those of you that would like to watch the baseball game. Swing and a chance at shortstop. That one ball came up off the lip of that grass. Blaine Martinez handles it, but another bad throw. Took Balvanet off the bag, and Collinsville has committed 4 errors here in this game today.
Back to the top of the order, shortstop number 4.
So Avery Strader, who reached on an error and scored in that 2-run first, is now due up. And Strader has scored 2 runs of the 3 runs on the board for Mater Dei. Bunt right in front of home plate. Amari Berry picks it up, throws over to first. That's in time for the out. So 2-3 on the sacrifice. Will move Dories down to second base. As the Knights employ a little small ball.
Right fielder number 14.
And here is Johnny Helmus, the right fielder, who smacked a 2-run home run after that error in the first inning that allowed Strader to reach. Since then, Helmus has also singled, so he's dangerous. And that's inside, goes all the way back to the screen. Amari Berry gets a nice bounce off that cement wall behind him, but not enough in time to take care of Dories, who moves down to third. So RBI opportunity here for Helmus. And the second wild pitch uncorked by McCluskey. Swing and an excuse me swing at that. That one goes off into the on-deck circle that's occupied by Will Harris. One ball, one strike to count, one out, runner at third base. We're in the top of the fourth, 8-3 in favor of Collinsville. McCluskey checks on his runner, brings it home. Outside. That was one that the home plate umpire called a strike earlier. Almost in the exact same spot. 2-1 the count. McCluskey pitches. That one's in there for a strike. 2-2. Trying to get Johnny Helmus out for the first time. Got himself out running the bases after a single by the on-deck hitter, Harris. Pitch stays high. Harris knocked in a run, and Helmus, who was at first base, tried to make it all the way to third, but he got picked off in the process. Here's the full count pitch, and it gets away. That's going to allow a run to score. Dories comes in. And another wild pitch allows another run to score. That's 2 times today that a wild pitch has allowed Mater Dei a run. Walk to Helmus is the third on the afternoon for McCluskey, and that will bring in Will Harris. So Mater Dei gets a much-needed run to slice that lead in half, 8-4. Helmus down at first. Here is Will Harris, who was hit by a pitch and singled in a run in the second inning, and he looks at one high. Ball 1. One away, a runner at first. 1 run home, 8-4 Collinsville's lead. McCluskey from the stretch, brings it home. Stays high and inside, 2-0. McCluskey working from the stretch again. Brings the next one home, swinging a chopper foul down the third base side. Hi there, youngster. Exploiting the baby, someone said. Quit exploiting the baby. 2-1 the count. Runner on first base, one out. McCluskey, he delivers. Swinging a chopper down to third base for Carter Harrington. Over to second for one. And on to first base in time for two. Double play. And the K-Hawks get out of the inning with just the one run scored. Nicely done there by the K-Hawks on the defensive side of things. We head now to the bottom of the fourth inning. Mater Dei did get a run back. Well, that's all they're going to get out of that one. And we will now head to the home half of the fourth inning. Collinsville leading 8-4. Back in a moment on the K-Hawks Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Darren Pennell will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Collinsville. He'll face, Ethan Whelan. And a swing and a fly ball out to center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. And Pennell is on base for the third time here this afternoon.
Up next, third baseman number 42, Carter Harrington.
Carter Harrington will come up. Harrington has popped up, walked, and scored in this game. And Pennell on over at first base. And a chopper to third base. And the throw is going to be well high. Pennell is going to be on his way to third. Harrington is on his way to second. And Collinsville has runners at first and second base. Second and third base now with nobody out. And Harrington reaches on the throwing error. And that's the first error committed by Mater Dei here this afternoon. Collinsville's committed an error in every inning so far. And it'll bring up Adam Balvanette. Balvanette has been on base twice. RBI double in the first. Walked and scored and got an RBI in the second when the bases were loaded when he had that walk. He's up there with first base open. And the pitch from Whelan on the way. Outside and high. Ball one. Collinsville sent 11 batters to the plate in that 7-run second inning. Whelan, he deals. Swing and a miss. Took a little off, did Whelan, and Balvanette was fooled on that one. He was thinking fastball, and the bottom dropped out of that at the last second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. Harrington on second. Pennell on third. And the pitch. High and outside again. 2-1. Got some speed on the base paths, that's for sure. Pennell with 7 stolen bases. Harrington with 5. Harrington has not been caught stealing bases yet this year. 2-1 the count to Balvanette, and Whelan pitches. Swinging a high fly ball. That will probably get Pennell home. On the move is Schlemmy, and the throw is going to come in to the third baseman. Not going to be in time, and Pennell is in there with run number 9 for your K-Hawks. Staying at second base was Harrington. And Balvanet has an RBI in each of his at-bats.
Designated hitter number 21, Ethan Bagwell.
There is Ethan Bagwell. And Bagwell had a 2 RBI double in his last at-bat, lined out to the shortstop. Back in his first at-bat in the first inning, throw down to second base. Excuse me, Harrington back in there safely. Knights have another pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Wheelan from the stretch brings it home. Swinging a foul ball out of play off the bat of Ethan Bagwell. Bagwell looking for something to drive here. He's down in the count 0-1. And the pitch in the dirt. Nice stop there by Tonez. And that will keep Carter Harrington at second base. Bagwell awaits the 1-1 from Wheelan. Here it is. That's a little low. Ball 2, 2-1. Wheelan giving me whiplash, man. Somebody looks over there to Harrington at second base. I think like 3 times. Whip that head around, checking out that base runner. He's got a big lead, does Harrington. Now he gets back over to second just a little closer. And the pitch to Bagwell. Oh, that one hit him. And he'll take his base. So runners on at first and second now. And that'll bring up Keaton Call. Keaton walked and scored in that 7-run second inning, and also in that 7-run second inning, he grounded into a RBI, ground out, and the throw into second base. Ooh, boy, that was close. Harrington just got his fingertips back in there on that bag before that tag was applied. Wheelan has runners at first and second. Pitch to Call. Swinging a shot down the line. That's going to be trouble. That's going to get down, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Coming around to score is Carter Harrington. Bagwell on his way to third. He'll be in there standing up on an RBI double by Keaton Call. That's how you do it, man. I tell you what, every time I have a pregame guest, they do well. So,
number 27, Carson Perro.
Runners on at second and third. Collinsville with another run home. Double-digit time for Collinsville, 10-4 in favor of the Kahawks. Here is Carson Perro as an RBI triple in this game. Grounded out in his last at-bat to the third baseman Harris. And still only one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Wheelan. Swing and a high fly ball. Trey Winkler in center field. He is under it. Then he drops it. Oh, boy. Bagwell was going to score on the sacrifice fly anyway, but instead he'll come around to score on the error. And that just popped right out of the glove of Trey Winkler. And Perro made it all the way down to second base on that error.
Yes.
I know. Curse Keller. So Perro loses the RBI on that deal. I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's lame. Yeah, you can't get a run batted in on an error. It doesn't work that way. Well, here is Bryce Lemp. Lemp has walked and scored and grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. Garrick Winkler, that was to lead off the third inning. So the Kahawks still have runners at second and third and one out. 11-4, Collinsville has the lead. And Whelan, who's not dealing, brings it home inside. Pitcher warming up is Reed Ennis for Mater Dei. We'll see how long they want to stick with Whelan here. Here's the 2-0 to Limp. That one's inside as well, 3-0. Keaton Call at third, down there with an RBI double. Carson Perrell at second, reached on the air, and now a walk to Limp. Second time that Bryce has received a free pass here today. And the second walk issued by Whelan. And that'll load the bases for Collinsville. And Blaine Martinez with an RBI opportunity here. Singleton scored in that 7-run second inning. Whelan from the windup this time. Throws one inside. Strike one, says the umpire. Amari Berry waits on deck. Bases full of Kahawks. Trying to bust this one more open than it already is, and that one's outside. Ball 1-1-1. Still only one out. Third base and first base in for the play at the plate, but second base and shortstop in double play depth. Whelan with the 1-1. That one's a called strike. Blaine Martinez can do some damage here. Has an RBI single, a single and scored a run. He struck out in his last at bat. That was when that pitch was way outside, and now down on strikes for the second time in a row is Martinez, this time swinging.
Catcher number 6.
Second strikeout on the afternoon for Whelan, and we are going to have time called as Amari Berry comes up, and Berry has struck out twice, once looking and once swinging. Looks like we are going to have a pitching change as Reed Ennis is going to come from the dugout to the mound. So with 2 outs and the bases loaded, Mater Dei has decided to go ahead and make a pitching change, and we'll be back to tell you all about the new pitcher after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily, with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Reed Ennis will come in to pitch, the third pitcher on the afternoon for Mater Dei. And Ennis on the year has just pitched in 3 1/3 innings, has a 8.40 earned run average, 4 strikeouts to go along with 3 walks. He's given up 7 runs, 4 of those earned. First batter he'll face is Amari Berry. And Berry trying to climb out of an 0 for 2 slump with 2 strikeouts here this afternoon. He's the 9th man to bat here in this inning for Collinsville. And the righty Ennis pitches, and the floater stays high. 2-0. And now Tanyas wants to talk things over with Ennis. Base is all full of Kahawks. Limps over at first. Perril's at second. Keaton Call at third. 3 runs home here in the bottom of the fourth has given Collinsville an 11-4 lead. Ennis trying to keep it 11-4. Barry wants to do something other than that. And a swing and a miss will put the count at 2-1 for Amari Barry. Pinnell waits on deck. He led this inning off with a single, and he came around to score. Ennis ready with the 2-1 pitch, and here it is. Stays a little low. Ball 3, 3-1. Two away. Base is loaded, and the 3-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a little pop fly. That one's going to be shallow. And coming in a few steps was Schlemmy, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. But Collinsville, as I mentioned, puts 3 more runs across. And the Kahawks now have an 11-4 lead as we head to the top of the 5th inning. And we'll be back to tell you all about the new inning after we take a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
Once again, welcome back here to Fletcher Field. Each team has put up runs in the first, second, and fourth innings. Neither team could score in the third, but Collinsville has played it a lot more here. Pinnell moves from second base to shortstop. Who's at second? Jace Madura now at second. And back out onto the hill for another inning of work is Cole McCluskey, and he'll take on Gabe Schlemmy. And Schlemmy 0 for 2 with a pop-up on the infield and a fly out to the outfield. Softball team lost today to Marion by a final of 13-1. Collinsville, 1 run in the first, 7 in the second, 3 in the fourth. Mater Dei, 2 runs in the first, 1 run in both the second and the fourth. Middle of the order here to face Cole McCluskey. And the pitch is just a little low and outside, 2-1. I never changed my inning, did I? Yeah. 3-1 now the count. To Schlemmy, the left fielder for Mater Dei. McCluskey pitches, 3-1. Bouncing ball, third base, and that one is going to be foul. Started off in fair territory, but ended up going foul. As Braden Henson is warming up in the Kahawks bullpen. McCluskey has a 3-2 count on Schlemme. Shakes off one, says yes to the next from Amari Berry behind the plate. Here comes another 3-2 pitch. That one is a little low, ball 4, excuse me. Fourth walk issued this afternoon for McCluskey. A couple of strikeouts for McCluskey as well. Here's Aiden Tunyas. Tunyas has singled and also walked. Infielders looking for a double play ball. Collinsville has turned to twin killing already here this afternoon. Swinging a hot shot to Pinnell, over to Madura, and on to first base in time. What a nice dig over there by Adam Bovenet. See, I said something earlier in the game about Mater Dei only having 2 home runs, and then Hilmus smacked a 2-run shot. I didn't wish that into existence, but that double play I just did. 6-4-3 on the putout. And quickly, there are 2 away. And here is young Mr. Winkler. And that would be Garrick Winkler. Strikeout victim in both of his plate appearances. Once swinging, once looking. Two double plays here in this game. And McCluskey pitches, and a foul ball right off the chain link fence right in front of the Kahok dugout. That's why it's there, or somebody would have lost a knee. One and one the count. McCluskey, he pitches. Another foul that's chopped right into the chain link fence again. So McCluskey looking for his first 1-2-3 inning here this afternoon. He's 1 strike away from that feat. One-two pitch. Another foul. Same place, off the same fence. He's beating up the fence over there. Garrick Winkler staying alive. McCluskey ready with another 1-2 delivery. Here it comes. Swinging a foul ball. This time it hits the backstop. Right on the top of the backstop. The big mesh fence that keeps the fans safe behind home plate here. Count remains 1-2. McCluskey's had a lot of 1-2 pitches here against Winkler. And he has another one in his belt. Shakes off Barry and now steps off. Top of the 5th, 11-4 in favor of Collinsville. McCluskey, he delivers. Swinging a high fly ball on the move is Keaton Call. He is back and he has it for out number 3, and that indeed is the first 1-2-3 inning. Keaton Call, our pregame guest, not only shining at the plate, but also in the field on that one, as Collinsville will come up and bat here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. We'll see what the Kahawks have in store in the home half of the 5th after we return from a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. DP5 will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th for Collinsville. Darren Pinnell started the day at second base, now playing shortstop, and he's reached base all 3 times, and he's scored all 3 times here today, plus he has an RBI single. 2 singles and a walk, 3 runs scored. Here's the pitch. Chopper, shortstop, straighter, comes in, takes it, throws over to first base, and, barely in time for the out. So 1 away.
Third baseman, number 42, Carter Harrington.
As Carter Harrington comes to the plate. Pinnell led off the last inning and led off this inning as well. And Carter Harrington has scored a couple of runs as well, plus a pop-up. That was in his first at-bat in the bottom of the 1st. And he pops it up again, but this one's going to go out of play. The pop-up was to Avery Strader at shortstop. Walked and scored in the 2nd inning and reached on an error and scored in the 3-run 4th. 0-1 the count. Reed Ennis back on the mound, and he pitches, and that one almost on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Adam Bovinette waits on deck. Kahok's lead 11-4. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch from Ennis on the way. Swing and a miss. Just got announced by the NHL. Winter Classic. St. Louis Blues and Chicago Blackhawks from Wrigley Field set for New Year's Eve at 4 p.m. Outside? No, I will not be going. I like Chicago, but I visited Chicago in June, and I was cold. I'm not going to Chicago in the end of December. Unless somebody wants to pay my way and give me a ticket. Then I might think about it. 2-2 pitch stays high, 3-2. Might think about it. No, I definitely would. If somebody gave me a ticket and paid my way, I'd definitely go. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to center field. Trey Winkler is underneath it and has it for out number 2. Winkler had one pop out of his glove earlier in the game. 2 away. McCluskey had a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 5th, and now Ennis trying to perform the same feat here in the bottom half, but Adam Bovinette might have something to say about that. Bovinette has doubled. Has a couple of RBIs. Has 3 RBIs, actually. 1 on the double, 1 on a walk, and 1 on a sac fly. Plus, he's also scored a run. And Bovinette looks at an off-speed delivery that stays a little high and inside. Ball 1. Couldn't ask for a better day to play some baseball, that's for sure. Ennis from the windup with a 1-0 pitch to Bovinette. Swinging a foul ball out of play. And that'll even the count at 1-1. Ennis brings the 1-1 home. Swinging a high fly ball. Center fielder on the run. Winkler, he's not going to get there. That's going to go all the way to the wall. And on his way to second base is Bovinette, and he is going to be in there with a stand-up double. And Bovinette continues his strong game. And that is the 8th base hit on the afternoon for Collinsville. Let's see if the Kahoks can get a little 2-out rally going here. That brings up Ethan Bagwell. Bagwell has a 2 RBI double. Also was hit by a pitch in that 3-run 4th inning and came around to score that 3rd and final run. Lined out hard to the shortstop, Avery Strader, in his first at bat, or else that could have also been a base hit. Runner at second, 2 outs. And the pitch to Bagwell, a floater that stays high, never did come down.
Ennis now works from the stretch. Has his sign, checks on Bovenet at second base, brings one home to Bagwell. Swinging a shot right up the middle, but right into the glove of Carson Dories. And I tell you what, those are two hard-hit line drive outs off of the bat of Ethan Bagwell here in this contest today. So Collinsville strands a runner. That is their fifth base runner stranded on the day. They pick up a hit. No runs across, no errors committed. And we now head to the top of the sixth inning. And the Kahawks still lead this one by a score of 11-4. We're back after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
Braden Henson will come into the game here in the sixth inning to take over for Cole McCluskey. Cameron Krause will come in defensively and take over in left field for Keaton Call. And Henson on the year. This is his third appearance. No record yet. And he has no strikeouts and 3 walks on the young year. Well, we're kind of in the middle of the year now. And it's the bottom 3 in the order for Mater Dei. Trey Winkler, Jack Reynolds, and Carson Dories will face Henson. And the pitch from Henson is outside, ball 1. Winkler is 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounded out to Bovenet unassisted in his first at-bat, and then Walkden was stranded in his second at-bat, and 2 pitches out of the strike zone out of the hand of Braden Henson. Henson, a sophomore pitcher, brings it home, and that one's inside, quickly 3-0. Henson trying to throw a strike here. And he does. Here comes the 3-1. Swinging a foul ball out of play, and that'll run the count full. Jack Reynolds waits on deck. Still a little bit of a breeze out here. Not much, though. That one's inside all the way back to the fence, and a walk to Winkler. McCluskey had 4 walks while he was in there. And here's the DH, Jack Reynolds. Reynolds is grounded out twice, once to Harrington at third and once to Blaine Martinez at the time at shortstop. Right now, Darren Pinnell is playing shortstop. And Collinsville has already turned 2 double plays here in this game today. How about a third one? Here's the pitch. That one is in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. From the stretch, Braden Henson, the righty, looks over his left shoulder at the runner at first base. That's Winkler, and brings one home. Swing and a miss. And quickly, head in the count to Jack Reynolds at 0-2. Carson Dories waits on deck. Henson would like a strikeout. or a double play. He'd take either, I'm guessing. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he got the latter, or the former. I can't remember what order I said it in. Strikeout or a double play. Yeah, okay. So we got the former.
Carson Dories.
And here is Carson Dories. Dories on the afternoon. Struck out, reached on an error, and scored that lone run in the 4th inning for Mater Dei. Hinson checks on his runner and checked on him too much because Winkler was back into first and Hinson didn't even throw. Now he does, and back in there safely is Trey Winkler. Dories, the second baseman, just caught that line shot off the bat of Ethan Bagwell to end the bottom of the 5th. Hinson brings one home. Inside. Ball 1-0. Back to the top of the order, and Avery Schrader waits on deck. Hinson throwing over to first base again, and back in there safely is Winkler. One and 0 the count to Dories. Hinson checks on Winkler at first again and brings one home. Foul ball out of play. 1-1. Hinson takes a long look into Barry. Has his sign. From the stretch, he pitches. Swing and a miss. Nice stop by Barry. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now to Dories. Hinson looks over his left shoulder at his base runner, brings home the 1-2, and that one is in there for a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hinson. And 2 away in the inning.
Back to the top of the order for the Knights.
And back to the top of the order.
Number 4, Avery Strader.
Avery Strader. Strader started off by reaching on an error in the first, came around to score on a 2-run home run. Reached on another error in the second, and came around to score again. And then sacrificed himself with a bunt to move along a runner in the 4th inning. And that runner actually came around to score later, so he did his job just perfectly. First pitch misses. Strader, the righty, against the righty Hinson. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a chance at second base for Jace Madura. He gobbles it up, throws over to first, and off the bag, but Bovenet had enough time to correct and tag the runner out himself, so the play will go 4-3 for the final out of the inning, and a runner stranded for Mater Dei, and we now head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Collinsville still maintains their 11-4 lead, and we're back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a more upscale place to have a few drinks and some great food? Look no further than the Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville. Come inside for some one-of-a-kind crafted cocktails and some elevated bar food that highlights fresh ingredients. Then, try your luck in the private slot machine room. And don't forget to check out the Speakeasy sister company, Plan Shop Live, just 3 doors down. Plan Shop Live is a health-focused lunch cafe open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 3. Speakeasy Parlor, 2713 North Center Street in Maryville. Open 7 days a week with happy hour specials during the week from 5 to 7 p.m. Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville, 618-205-3540.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
Cameron Krause, who just came in as a defensive replacement for Keaton Call, will get a chance to bat here.
And Keaton Call had himself a pretty good day. A couple of RBIs, runs scored. And Ennis back out there is the count in his favor, and that one is in the dirt. Krause looking for his first base hit on the season. He's used a lot as a courtesy runner, has 5 stolen bases on the year in that category. And the 1-1 count to Krause from Ennis is on the way. Swing and a miss. Collinsville up 11-4. We're in the bottom of the 6th. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. That one's inside, 2-2. Luke Robinson waits on deck. He'll bat for Carson Perrell. And the 2-2 pitch, swinging a little slow roller down the first baseline, but that's going to roll foul. So Collinsville trying to get some of their bench players into this game. And another 2-2 delivery from Ennis to Krause on the way. Swinging a chop right through the pitcher's mound and into the outfield. There is the first base hit on the year for Cameron Krause. 9th base hit on the afternoon for Collinsville. And that will bring up Luke Robinson, who will come in to bat for Carson Perrell. Carson had an RBI triple in this game. Also reached on an error in the 4th inning. In between that, a ground out to the third baseman, Will Harris. Robinson on the year batting .238 with 3 runs batted in. Collinsville leading 11-4. I'm sure they wouldn't mind stacking up a couple of more runs. Robinson's first at bat here in this contest. Back-to-back lefties to face Ennis. And Robinson swings, and that one is foul. 0-1. Adam Balmanat warming up in the bullpen. Ennis looks into Tanyas. Has his sign, and from the stretch, Ennis checks on his runner and brings it home. Runner's on the way, swinging a foul ball. He'll have to go back. Will Krause. Oh and 2 the count. Krause back at first base. Checked on by Ennis. He checks on him again and brings one home to Robinson. Swinging a shot right back to the pitcher. Catches Krause off the bag at first base. Double play. So that was kind of unfortunate.
Center fielder number 16, Bryce Lamp.
And up to the plate steps Bryce Lamp. Bryce on the afternoon has walked and scored. He's walked twice in this game. Scored the first time he did it. That was back in that 7-run second inning. In between there, a ground out to Winkler at first base. Now Limp up there with nobody on and 2 outs, and right past the pitcher again. This time the second baseman Dories gobbles it up, and he throws over in time for the out. And it ends up being a 1-2-3 inning, kind of the unconventional route as far as 1-2-3 innings are concerned, but nevertheless it works. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Collinsville just needs to get the Knights out 1-2-3, and we can call it a night. We'll tell you all about it after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
All right, so Adam Balvanat is going to come in to pitch for Henson. Henson will stay in the game and go out and play left field. Luke Robinson, who had net bat in that last half inning, will come in and take over center field for Bryce Limp, and Bryce Limp will take over first base for Adam Balvanat. Got all that? So, all kinds of changes, but Collinsville just needs 3 outs here in the top of the 7th inning to bring home another winner. If they do, it'll be 3 out of their last 4, with the loss coming last night to Edwardsville.
Leading off for the Knights in the top of the 7th, right fielder number 14, Johnny Hilmus.
Johnny Hilmus will bat here in this 7th inning. Hilmus had the 2-run home run in the first inning. Knights have tacked on another run in the 2nd and the 4th to give them their 4 runs. Besides that, Hilmus has reached all 3 times, the home run, a single, and a walk. First pitch from Balvanat is in there for a strike. This is Adams' first time on the mound this year, so no numbers to give you from him. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Hilmus. Swing and a chopper third base side, but foul. Balvanat looking for a strikeout. Adam is ahead in the count. And the pitch to Hilmus on the way. Outside, and it just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up here in this inning for Mater Dei. Balvanat, he's ready. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a shot down the third base line, but that's foul. That was a frozen rope. Will Harris waits on deck. Balvanat still ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hilmus. Says yes to the sign flashed by Barry, and another 1-2 on the way. Inside, 2-2. Balvanat. He delivers, and that one's low, 3-2. Mater Dei High School started in 1954. Merger of St. Dominic's High School in Breeze and St. Mary's High School in Carlisle. And these 2 baseball squads have met only 6 times, and Mater Dei has the advantage. They are 5-1 versus Collinsville. And that one is inside, called strike 3. There you go. First strikeout on the afternoon for Balvanat, obviously. 5th strikeout for Kahok pitching. That will bring up Will Harris. Harris on the afternoon has an RBI single. He was hit by a pitch and a ground out. Balvanat ready to pitch. And that one stays a little high. 2 more outs. Collinsville can wrap up this victory. Balvanette. He pitches. Inside, ball 2. Adam looking to throw a strike. Here is the 2-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. First time these two teams met, April 23rd of 2014 here at Fletcher Field. Mater Dei won 3-2. Tanner Hauk went 2 for 3 in that game with a couple of doubles. That one's inside. Collinsville's first win over Mater Dei came 6 years ago tomorrow. Kahawks won 12-2. Devin Balvanette went 4 for 5 in that game. Adam's older brother, Braden Limp, Bryce's older brother, went 1 for 3 with an RBI and a couple of runs scored. Here's the 3-1 and a walk. So a runner at first base. And that is the 6th walk given up today by Collinsville pitching. So a runner at first base for Gabe Schlemmy. Schlemmy is 0 for 2 with a walk. Collinsville has turned 2 double plays here this afternoon. A third one would bring them home a win. That one is outside, just missed. 1-0. Balvanette now has a runner to deal with. He will continue to work from kind of the windup, almost. And the pitch, still low and outside, 2-0. Kahawks up by 7. But they would like to make this an uneventful inning. Right now, runner at first, 1 out. And the 2-0 pitch from Balvanette is on the way. That's on the inside corner for a called strike. 2-1. Balvanette messing with the corners, man, inside and outside. Got the inside call against Tilmas. And a couple of close ones here already against Schlemmy. 2-1 the count to the batter. Balvanette checks on that runner at first base. Brings it to the belt. And brings it home. High, ball 3. Balvanette ready with another delivery, and here comes the 3-1. Swinging a foul ball over the booth here. And that one hit right next to Chris Keller's car. 3-2. I don't know why he parks right behind the old broadcast booth here. But so far he's living life in the fast lane. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a high fly ball. On the move is Braden Henson. He calls for it. Can't make the catch. On his way to second base, and in there standing up is Will Harris. He had to wait a little while to see if that one was going to be caught. Luke Robinson came all the way over from center field to kind of help Henson out. Not sure if he lost that one in the sunshine or not, but at any rate, it's going to be counted as a base hit. And Aiden Tanyas will come up to the plate with runners on first and second and 1 out. Tanyas on the afternoon has reached base twice, once via the walk, once on a base hit. Last at bat, he grounded out to second base. So runners on now at first and second with 1 out. Tanyas awaits the first from Balvanette, and here it comes. And that one gets away. Everybody's going to move up a bag. Wild pitch. Second wild pitch from Kahawk pitchers today. 3 of those came from the starter, Cole McCluskey. So, no force out now. And Bovenet trying to wiggle out of a jam here. And here comes the 1-0. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's going to stay on the infield. Calling for it is Jace Madura at second base. He has it for out number 2. So it's up to Garrett Winkler to keep things going here. Winkler on the afternoon, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Mari Berry looks to the dugout for the pitch sign. I'm guessing Adam knows what all that means. 2 outs, runners on second and third. Collinsville 1 out away from picking up a victory here today over Mater Dei. And that one is in there for a called strike on the inside corner. Trey Winkler waits on deck. Right now it's Garrick Winkler. Bovenet ready with an 0-1. Not worrying about the runners now. Going back to a windup. Here's the pitch. Outside. Nice stop by Barry. Amari. Going to Alexandria College in Alexandria, Minnesota on a baseball scholarship. The land of lakes. 1-1 the count. Bovenet. He's ready to go, and here's the 1-1. Inside. Nice stop by Barry. 2-1. Bovenet ready with another delivery to Winkler. Runners on second and third. They mean absolutely nothing. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. And Bovenet 1 strike away from ending this one. Adam ready with a 2-2 delivery, and here it comes. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Garrick Winkler, and that is the ball game, folks. Collinsville wins this one by a final score of 11-4, and we move into the post-game program brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Kahawks get a big second inning when they scored 7 runs. That broke a 3-1 lead by Mater Dei, and Collinsville kind of coasted the rest of the way with an 11-4 win, and we're going to tell you all about it after we take a timeout here. And next up is the post-game show brought to you by Chiropractic Works, and that comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street. Or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit BenjaminFEdwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahawk sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractics Works post-game show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one today by a final score of 11-4. Collinsville 11 runs on 9 hits. They did commit 4 errors, and they left 6 base runners on. Mater Dei had 4 runs on 3 base hits. They committed 2 errors and also left 6 base runners on base. Cole McCluskey gets the win in this one. He pitched 5 innings, and he gave up 4 walks, a couple of strikeouts, had a few wild pitches in there as well, but he does pick up the W. And at the plate, Adam Bovenet had a great day. He reached base on a couple of occasions, had an RBI double, walked and scored. He had 3 runs batted in this game. Darren Pinnell reached base in 3 of his 4 at-bats, 2 singles and a walk. Plus, he had an RBI as well. Ethan Bagwell had a 2 RBI double. And Carson Perrell had an RBI triple before he was finally pulled in that game late for Luke Robinson. So all in all, a good day for Collinsville. They have now won 3 out of their last 4. They're back at it tomorrow with a road game, Southwestern Conference style, at Edwardsville. And again, I cannot bring you that game. The Edwardsville broadcasting crew will be doing that game, and there's not enough room in that booth for 2 crews and all of their equipment. So I'm going to give way for the Edwardsville folks to go ahead and live stream that one. I will be at Edwardsville next week for some softball. Apparently, they don't do softball games on the broadcasting club out there, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you that game from Edwardsville next week, but that's going to do it for me for tonight. Zach Roseman and Brett Bourne will be in action tomorrow. They'll be at Kahawk Stadium to bring you the girls' soccer game between these same two schools, Collinsville and Mater Dei. They'll be on the air somewhere around 6:10, and 6:30 is the scheduled start time, but that all depends on when the JV game comes to a close. So that's going to do it for me. My name is Todd Duke. Big thank you to Keaton Call joining me in the pregame show. 11-4, Collinsville wins, and everybody have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday night.